Okay, good morning, everyone. Hope you guys had a great week. So today, there's not a lot of headline news happening today, but SPX is up 13 points at 44.90. Okay. So far, what you guys may notice on the levels is pretty much we have extreme call levels all the way to the top, that near 4,600. Okay. Reason for that is because based on last week's situation, the call premiums have been suppressed, and usually what happens in this case is it's like a short covering rally, right? So pretty much when call premiums get suppressed a lot, they writers on other contracts tend to close their contracts, and as a result, they have to buy in order to hedge. Okay, so that is one situation we may see here. It's not 100% likely that it will happen. The chances are actually low, but any sort of positive news can cause SPX to rally, based on our level four bullish here. Okay, so usually level four happens when the volatility goes up because we've seen, SPX move 60 points a day and so forth, right? So usually what spurs the upside is the covering and actual buyers, and that really triggers the upside. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. It just basically the way the model works is we see what the range is on the option premiums, and that's what we're trying to figure out here. Okay, so first and foremost is, the way you want to play these days is that you really want to see if SPX, if you do make money off the calls, because our prediction was is that we're going to see a moderate pace back towards the upside here. Well, let's just say if you do make some money on and you decide to sell, let's say level one bullish, you got the 45.30 call, which is at around 70 cents right now, and you make money off that point, then pretty much, you take your profits and partial profits to roll up back to the other premiums that you see here. Okay, so that is in the extreme cases what we see when there's multiple levels happening in the market here. Okay. So one thing about today as well is that you pretty much see that all these call premiums are gaining value. Any premium outside of 4,500 is not gaining value here, which does suggest that pretty much that the market makers don't see a break above 4,500, but our model premiums, we do have levels outside of here. So just keep an eye off this. Usually, that means it could be somewhat a surprise or so much of a slow methodical growth. I still see that the put premiums are still pretty expensive right now. So I give the edge temporarily to the upside for today. And when we're looking at the market right now in terms of key stocks moving the market here. So right now we see some cloud space stocks like Snow and MDB pretty much up pre-market at this time. I think Snow was probably a good swing for this week. So that looks good. And Nvidia also up pre-market as well. So we start to see AI stocks moving behind the scenes here, and semiconductors such as LRCX still in the red for now. So definitely want to keep an eye on this. Okay. Yesterday, I also gave you guys a pink sheet as well. Basically, we're going to be using those as an idea to understand where the option premiums are, and we're not going to change that. We're just going to do that once a week. So we're going to be looking at that anytime you guys hear me say, "Oh, Tesla's at level one bullish," or whatever the case may be. I will get an alert, and then I will put it on the chat for you guys. The pink sheets are there, so if you guys also want to write that down, it's up to you. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of work on that front, but so far, it's a good thing to really consider into your option trading if possible here. And I'm just pretty much using that for myself here. Okay, so I do like snow calls for today. I'm looking at the 175s and the 170s, seeing if we can get an early dip into that. The prices are now actually pretty bad here, so do like snow into today. And just remember, guys, it's SMCI and UPST earnings this week as well. They're both happening on Tuesday after market. Okay, so we're going to be watching to see what happens with that case as well. The earnings that can also be affected by snow and MDB and all the cloud stocks is Datadog. So Datadog also has earnings today. It's not something I normally play, but I do remember that last time it did have good earnings. So we'll probably hear a lot from the cloud space, and it's probably worthwhile to trade those stocks for now. Okay, so we're going to be looking into that space as well. So for SPX here, pretty much you want to see if we do ever dip below 44.78. That is our level 1 bearish, or if we break above 4,500. Okay, a break above 4,500 will cause call premiums to really intensify here. Okay, so the 45.30s can work above 4,500 here. So just keep that in mind. Right now they're going for only 70 cents. Those premiums can really start to go a lot further today. Okay, they could easily go through 10 if we get 45. So if we close, if market's above 45, then it's definitely possible that can happen. You want to watch the 45.30 get above 1.3 here, 1.4, 1.5. Okay, because a hard point on the 45.30 call is going to be at 1.5. So if it gets above there, then it can start to really rip today. Okay, so we're going to be definitely keeping a close eye on the 45.30 calls to see if it breaks that 1.3 for today, because it's at 70 cents right now. So not a bad entry to even buy that at pre-market. The 45.30 call also has a high day at $2. Okay, so if it gets above 1.5 to $2, that premium, then pretty much it has a huge chance that those the 45.30 calls can go in the money, which suggests that it could probably go to 10 plus for today. So that's a nice little lotto that you could buy pre-market as well. So I'm definitely looking at that. Another stock that I am keeping a watch on right now is NOW here. Okay, because if cloud stocks start to really go, then this stock can probably see 560 again. So let's look at our bigger map here. So this here lost some premiums here, but it can retreat huge level if it breaks above 565 here. Very possible it could go to 575. So we'll keep an eye on that for today. Okay. We do know it is a CPI this week. Okay, so just to reiterate it, it's happening on Thursday, 8:30 a.m. So, quite a few days from where we are today. And we got a couple of FOMC members, Bowman and Harker, speaking today. So not much on that front, but pretty much Tuesday's earnings on the cloud space. And that's what we're looking at for now, okay? UPST earnings on Tuesday as well after market. Okay, so want to see if this gets some rebound action after last week's sell-off here. If it does, the call premiums on this are insanely expensive still, but if this stock does have a rebound, it can possibly see 65 today, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. Okay, there's not a lot of news today, not a lot of things to pretty much share, but things are pretty much moving off their their volatility. And I gave that pink sheet for you guys as well. I mentioned that this has strong option premium. So Just keep an eye out on those notes that I gave based on that, because if that is true, snow can have a big a big moving day. So I do like snow, and definitely probably may even buy that near open the 175 calls today. Okay. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the call. See you in the chat, and let's get that money.